Hi, I'm Milton Rendell and welcome to Real News Friday. Another big week, and it's been some interesting statistics have come in. We did take a dip the previous week, and this week we're up 21% in terms of sales. So 1,024 sales, so that number seems to be fairly consistent again. So that's up 21% on the previous week. Now, unit sales definitely on the improve last week, up 25%. And the big variable that we'll keep continually see is land. Big surge on land sales, must have been new subdivision or whole pile settlements went through. I'm not too clear on that, but they were up about 67%. So that was the driving force between those numbers. Now, in terms of properties on the market, 8,445. Look, we seem to be hovering that sort of around that low 8,000s we have for some time. I would still think we're probably going to see a little bit of build up of stock between now and Christmas, but we will see. Could work the other way, and the fact that people may wait until the new year. Now, the Australian economy, there's still plenty of positive stuff being talked about, although COVID is pretty serious, as we all know, over in Victoria. And New South Wales appears now slowly becoming out of where they are. Victoria is probably the big wild card for their economy going forward, but overall the talk is fairly positive, as you would have seen mainly in the news in recent times. So that certainly will flow into 2022 and 2023. So I think our current trends will continue, and I think we'll see continual appreciation of properties going forward, and then the drive to buy still to be there. When the borders open and when international travel starts, I think we may see a little sort of a breath. The market may take a breath or a step back for a moment or two, but that may encourage other people, other types of employers, and introduce other industries back into our economy as well. So I think there could be a bit of a zig and a zag in that. So I don't think it'll be a big pregnant pause or anything, like a pregnant pause, a large one. I think it'll be quite small, but I still think it's heading in the right direction. In terms of rentals, a number of properties on the market, 2,289, up about 2%. 642 properties leased last week, which was up about 16% on the previous week. Now, the interesting part that we are seeing in some of the statistics coming out in sales is an improve in overall unit sales in the metropolitan area. Now, there's probably about 19 suburbs they're saying that are working above the appreciation rate of some of the houses, and the areas such as Joondalup, Maylands, and Rockingham, some of the suburbs within that, and then the top of that. Locally for us, Bassanine's the one that's shown the most improvement, but we have definitely seen an improve in inquiry on apartment and villa living in Midland. That certainly has improved, and we have seen a slow but steady improve in inquiry into those types of accommodation in and around the Midland area. So I think we'll still see that to continue. There is a fair variation of product in our area, as we all know, new apartment living, and then we go down to some of the older villas which are around, and then you go back to some of the historic duplexes and things like that. So we do have a fair variation in and around Midland, and through the other parts of Guildford, Swanview, etc. So we will see it's definitely an improvement in that part of the market, and I have no doubt in 2022 that will continue. Whilst we maintain at these low listing marks which we are seeing in recent times. But overall, feedback pretty good. This week I was away at a all-day conference, sort of a catch-up on our training that we have to do as agents. There's a few things I've attended during the year. It was interesting, the synergy within that room was fairly high. There's about 40 agents there. Everyone was talking the market up. But you've got to remember, if a room full of salespeople, we can hear a whole pile of BS at different times. But I think the overall theme was that the market's still seeing a shortage of product to the market. Good inquiry still continuing. Home opens in most areas are reasonably busy, and most are seeing the outlook for 2022, 2023 to be quite positive. So it's not just in and around our area, it seems to be through the whole metropolitan area. Some areas are always busier than others, we understand that, and there's also pockets within suburbs that are busier than others, and we've seen that particularly in and around Midland and up into Swanview. But again, going back to, we're certainly in a much better position than we were 18 months ago, and I think this trend will continue. Anyway, in the meantime, if you want to check out anything else about Real Estate Plus, just go to realestateplus.com.au. All the best for the weekend, and look forward to speaking to you next week.